Agriculture on the move.
Agricole en mouvement.
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 Hello again, viewers, and welcome to the program, Agriculture on the Move. I am Philip Sidney, your host. Today I'm very excited. Why? A few weeks ago, we brought you a banana expo. And now we have come to give you what you have been yearning for, a mango festival. I'm very excited about it because some years ago, we were about to organize a mango festival. We wanted to bring you and to allow you to know the various varieties of mangoes we have in St. Lucia. And we have many. So we wanted to showcase that to you. But we also wanted to showcase the derivatives from mangoes, the many recipes derived from mangoes. And yes, it's going to happen on the 24th of June. The ministry has collaborated with the Taiwan Technical Mission, and we are bringing you a mango festival at the Constitution Park in Castries, Friday next week, the 24th. Starts at 10 o'clock and it ends at 6 o'clock. The theme, Mango Mania, Tut Bagay Mango, and I'm sure you'll understand that. Just come there on the 24th and you will see what I'm talking about. The schools are involved, the primary and secondary schools, and you know what they can do. We also have Sir Arthur Lewis Community College involved. We have a number of agro-processors who are going to showcase what can be done with mango on that day. There'll be a mango recipe book that will be available on sale. And of course, mango plants, various varieties, are going to be on sale on that day for those of you who want to plant a few mangoes trees in your backyard. Not many, that's for the show. But you will be able to ask questions and you'll get, the answers for pest management of your mango trees in your backyard, of course, and you the farmer too. With me today is an agro-processor who have been in the business for about 50 years. He has done so many derivatives from various fruits in St. Lucia. 50 years and more he has been experimenting, and he is still experimenting. He is 92 years old now, and he's none other than Mr. William Weeks. Welcome to the program, sir.
Well, thank you very much for being in the program today. In English.
In English.
In English.
Yes. Because we just did one last week on radio in Creole.
Creole, yeah.
That was exciting, eh?
Yeah, it was great.
Mr. Weeks, I really wanted to bring you on because at your age you were still active. But then I just wanted you to, for those persons in St. Lucia who do not know of Mr. Weeks, tell us, who is Mr. Weeks?
Well, Mr. Weeks is just an ordinary young man that was born in St. Lucia. And his parentage was, my grandmother was from Barbados. My grandfather was from St. Vincent. And my grandmother took me from my mother at the age of 6 months old, which means I didn't know my mother at all.
Okay.
I only got to know my mother when I got the age of 19. And then she took me up to Guyana. And then I started in business with my mother and my stepfather in business in Guyana. So after a while, I came back here in St. Lucia, and then I started in agro-processing.
But before, while you were in Guyana, were you involved in any active agro-processing?
No.
What were you involved
in the business, the shop. I was running the shop.
Okay.
Because my stepfather was a diamond and gold buyer.
Mm-hmm.
So then I was in the shop, came in the shop doing everything like we call them the pork knockers.
Okay.
Now it's not like the business here. it is by bags and so on. It's not 2 pounds and 1 pound stuff.
Okay.
You know, because when the fathers go in at the back dam, they go with about 2 bags of sugar, 3 bags of flour, and all these sort of things. So that is what I was doing.
But you were involved in baking too, right?
Yeah, because my grandmother, that's what she was doing, baking. She do a lot of baking. And she always told me, Sonny, whenever you want to go into business, go into food, because people must eat. Yes, and that registered in my mind. And when I went to Ghana, my mother was doing this very same thing too. Yeah, doing the same thing.
So when you came back to St. Lucia, how old were you?
When I came back to St. Lucia, I was about 26 years old. 26 years old.
Okay. And so what you got into?
Yes, but then I got married to a nurse in Canaries, and that is why I started doing business.
Okay.
You know, she came in with some cash, and then I started the business down there. And there we was doing chips, banana chips and plantain chips. And we were shipping to Barbados every 2 weeks. 200 cartons of the plantain and 250 in the plantain and 100 cartons in the banana.
Okay.
Yes. Shipping that every 2 weeks.
And that was a success for you?
Oh yeah, it was successful. It was successful. And then we swing and go into icicles.
The production of icicles?
Production of icicles. And we were doing one of the best icicles in St. Lucia.
Wow.
Yeah, it had vitamin C. Yeah, we added vitamin C. And it could have stayed on your shelf for a whole year, never spoil.
Wow.
Never spoil, never spoil. And well, then after a while, then I passed the information on to Narcissus. You know, Narcissus doing.
Yes.
Yeah, he's my very good friend.
Okay.
So I gave it to him.
But you had workers with you?
Oh yes, 9.
9 workers in Canaries?
Yeah.
And they were trained by you?
Yeah. They were very good.
Okay.
Very, very good.
Okay.
And there I did also the banana ketchup.
Ketchup. Ah, yes.
That is why
the famous banana ketchup.
Yeah. That is where I started that thing.
So before Viking traders and before barons, you...
Oh no, they knew nothing about that. I give Zephyrin the recipe.
Okay.
Yeah. Why I did that is because there was a Canadian white man. Every the winter time he always come down. He has a place down by Antilavadi. So he's always there every year. So he was our good friend, and then we invited him home, you know, to have a lunch with us. And I had that very same banana ketchup on the table. So when we finished, I asked him, what did you eat there? He told me tomato ketchup. I said, you sure? He said, yes, tomato ketchup. So I explained to him, no, that's banana ketchup. So he was so surprised. So he told me, please, I'll be going up next week. Could you prepare a sample for me? I'll take it up to
Canada,
to the Heinz people. And I did that, and that's what he did. And in a week's time, they called me from Heinz. And then they started to ask me questions. Mr. Weeks, what banana did you use? I said, I used banana. He said, no, was it ripe bananas or green bananas? I said, bananas. So he said to me, Mr. Weeks, we don't want to get your formula from you. That's not what we want to know, whether you'd be able to supply us 2 20-foot containers of only the base.
Wow, and that you could not do. Anyway, we do for our first break, okay?
Yeah.
You're watching Agriculture on the Move. Stay tuned. Don't go away.
The Ministry of Agriculture, in collaboration with the Taiwan Technical Mission, present a big mango festival, Mango MANIA, Tooth Bagai Mango. It's happening on the 24th of June, 2022, at the Constitution Park in Castries. This event starts from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. We are showcasing everything mango. Lots of mango recipes on display. Recipe books available. Mango eating competition. Mango plants on sale. Entertainment. And lots more. It's Mango MANIA. Tooth Bagai Mango. 24th June 2022. At the Constitution Park Castries. From 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. showcasing everything mango. So 10 out in numbers. The Ministry of Agriculture has done it again.
Welcome back to the program, Agriculture on the Move. And of course, we have Mr. William Wicks with me, who is an agro-processing guru in St. Lucia, 50 years in agro-processing. And of course, he is going to be at the Mango Festival to surprise us with some recipes in mango. And as we continue to speak with him, you'll get more of his involvement in agro-processing in St. Lucia. So, Mr. Wicks, after you left Canaries, I know you traveled and then you came back to St. Lucia. I know you've been involved in a number of agro-processing using our various fruits and whatever. When you came back to St. Lucia, you also went to the University of the West Indies.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, Mac Fallon, she was the secretary of the Chamber of Commerce, and I was a member also of the chamber. So once she told me, Mr. Wicks, I think you should go up to UWI because we can send you up there to improve on what you're doing. I said to her, no, I don't have the time for that sort of thing right now. So she insisted, and then, well, I had to give up. So I had my cousin to come and check on my workers for me while I was out, and that he did. And I don't regret at all. I have great respect for her because she is the one who encouraged me, because I didn't want to go, but she encouraged me. And from there, from what I learned, I start to improve, buy books and study, and study and study, and do a lot of research work. I've done quite a lot of research work.
Okay, so tell us some of the things that you have done during your agro-processing days. Tell us some of your success stories.
Now, I was telling you about the catch-up. Mm-hmm. Now, these people in Canada, they sent the same gentleman back down to me. So I contact the Prime Minister, which was John Compton at the time, and then arrange a meeting, and then he did give us a date, and we went there. So himself and the white man was talking. So all he was telling the white man is $1 million. That's what you want to hear. Now I knew that they had that fractured cul-de-sac that was doing gin or something of the sort. So they had very good stainless steel equipment there, so that we could have handled all of that. But he didn't want to hear anything, nothing at all, but telling the gentleman $1 million, $1 million.
That was for the equipment?
For the whole factory, I suppose, yeah. So that went that one. I didn't say a word to the Prime Minister, not a word. I found that very strange. Mm-hmm. Anyhow, I got so fed up when I heard that sort of thing, I got so fed up, man. I decided, you see me, I will not stay in St. Lucia. I gone. So I decided go back to Guyana. Yeah, went back to Guyana. But before doing that, Zephyrin was my good friend. So I gave the recipe to Zephyrin.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that's what I did.
So that's why he has
But mind you, I did not, because he put in this computer and he said, Wixie, boy, you give me everything. I said, yes, but no, that's not true. I did not. There's one thing I held back.
Okay.
Yeah, because if I go into it now, what they're doing, they will collapse.
Okay.
Yeah, they will not succeed.
So you have a secret weapon?
Oh yeah, I kept that word.
Mr. Wicks, I know you have done quite a lot. I know you did something in coconut. Tell us what you did with the coconut.
Well, now what I do in the coconut is the flour, a blend, and it has it is vitamin enriched with folic acid because you need that, and then I blend it up with other flours. Like I use I use different flours, those that are gluten-free.
Gluten-free, right?
Yeah,
right,
gluten-free.
Right. Okay.
And then you can use that flour for anything at all. Cake, anything you do.
Okay.
I remember once when I first started doing that, we had that Taiwanese show. Mm-hmm. And I had this flower there, and so there was one guy there, he bought it. And the following day when he came back, I hadn't no time to tell anybody. He was the one selling the flower by telling them exactly. He said he did a dumpling, and he had never eaten a dumpling so good.
From the coconut
flour, yeah.
Okay.
And then the people started by, well, I didn't have enough flour there that day.
Okay.
No, I didn't have enough flour. And then that went on and went on. So I have some very good customers now. Yeah. But you see, it's I alone.
Right.
And then you see, when you're doing these things, you need mass production to make money. You know, so
But I know you trained quite a few people in St. Lucia. I know there's St. Lucia Network of Rural Women in Babono. You did some training with them.
Yes, I did some training with them, but I don't want to give you the history of that.
I know, I understand, I understand. And they were successful.
Yeah.
And they are still successful up to today.
Yes.
But you participated in the Banana Festival, the Banana Expo we had. You know, tell us of what you did at the Banana Expo.
the banana, I did three products out of it. Because I didn't want to do, because I said, no, let the people bring in their own tool, let us see, you understand? So I didn't want to bring in all. But then what I brought in there, it was the banana butter.
The banana butter, that was exciting.
the banana butter, and then we call that one it's like a candy. Remember the candy?
Yeah, the banana candy.
Yeah. And then
that was the bomb. That was really, really good.
Yeah. And then I brought the chow mein.
Yes, banana chow mein, right.
Banana chow mein.
Yes.
Yeah.
That went very well, eh?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then the banana flour. Yeah, we are different.
Right, banana flour also.
The banana flour.
Yes.
And you see, Admac was there to help me. Yeah, he was there to help me.
Okay.
But I know, because when I first did that banana butter in canneries, I gave the workers to taste. Every one of them told me it's peanut butter.
Wow.
So I said no. So they baffled. I said there's no peanut in it, and in the very same response I got there.
Yes, I remember the Prime Minister when he tasted it. Honorable Philip JP, he tasted it. You know, he was surprised. He thought it was peanut butter.
Peanut butter, yeah. A lot of people just couldn't understand.
But are you going to mass produce that?
Yes, if I can get the equipment. You see, because remember, it's I alone.
Yes.
And then you see with me, as a matter of fact, the last person I spoke to there and was at home was Pilgrim. So I was telling him that, I do not like to run the business. My intention is to do work of your products that you have going, you're not bombed. When it's in season, it's wasting.
Right.
Or like the breadfruit. When the breadfruit is going and it's ripe, I can use it. When they fall down there and making a mess, I can use that. You see, because I've done that already. And it makes a wonderful ice cream. You will not believe that it's from
breadfruit ice cream.
That's right. You'll never believe it is breadfruit ice cream.
Wow.
You understand?
Anyway, hold that thought. You do for another break. You're watching Agriculture on the Move. Stay tuned. We'll be back soon for more information.
Ministre agricole en collaboration avec Mission Technical Taiwan, qui a présenté un gros festival Mango Mania, tout bagaille mango. Un Constitution Pack la Castui, 24 juin 2022. Festival Mango a commencé from 10h du matin pour 6h après-midi. Excellent, là, il y a tout bagaille qui a fait avec mango. Un chai recipe mango, compétition manger mango. La caille a l'autre mango qu'avant, et quand l'autre produit mango. Bagaille ça la caille chaud, il nous mania ou qu'à travailler mango. Mango, by la ho. Pas oublier ça, soyez Mango Mania, tout bagaille mango. 24 juin 2022. En Constitution Pack la Castui. Il a commencé from 10h au matin pour 6h après-midi. Tout bagaille mango. Mango golo. Il pas blague.
Welcome back to the program, Agriculture on the Move. You may remember many moons ago when I began this program, We had a tagline in the ministry, and I keep repeating it every day: eat fresh, St. Lucia's best. And I think it has come to the fore now. Our food security really has come to the fore. And I would add nutrition to it. Our food and nutrition security is key now. Our prices in the supermarket are soaring, they are rising. Every minute of the day, the prices keep changing. Well, what are we doing? We need to consume more of what we produce
That's
here.
right.
Eat fresh, St. Lucia's best. The ministry had a 7-crop program, and now it has grown into our fruit and vegetable crop program. They have extended it for the next 5 years. The Taiwanese have given us funding because of the success of the 7-crop program. What is it saying? Produce more of what we can eat in St. Lucia. We can consume it. Why wait for import? I'll tell you something. Now we're talking about prices are rising. There'll be the time it will not be prices. It will be availability of foods that we will not be able to get. And that's the problem. So that is why we need to ensure that we produce enough of the crops that we can grow locally for local consumption. And for us to eat healthy. That is what we need to do now. The ministry is in the front line, ensuring that our food security is secured. That is the mantra of the Honorable Alfred Prosper, the minister responsible for agriculture. That is his mantra. And the ministry is going to rally to ensure that this program is a success. The Mango Festival, which we are embarking on, is a journey into the whole food security program. We need to consume what we grow. We have a bumper crop of mangoes this year. And of course, Mr. Weeks, I'm sure you have seen the amount of mangoes we have this year.
Yes.
The Mango Festival, what are you doing with us? I know you are on board. You are going to be producing, you have a booth. What is it that you're going to be producing this year for us?
Well,
is it a secret?
There's a secret. I don't want to put that one out. But then I think, because I was thinking, I think I'm going to bring a mango biscuit.
Wow.
A mango biscuit, yeah. And also a candy from the same mango. Three items again. The other one
you hold the other one. But in moving forward, Mr. Weeks, I mean, at your age, are you training any young persons, so that they can continue your legacy?
Yes, I definitely would be. I'm anxious. That is why I've said I'm so happy to meet you, so that we can work together. As a matter of fact, the Minister of Commerce promised me that to train 12 young people.
Great.
Down at Soufrière.
Right in Fort Saint-Jacques.
Yes, sir. So, but up now I haven't heard anything from her.
Yeah, she'll come to you.
You think so?
Auntie Emma?
Yeah.
Trust me, she'll go forget you.
Because, I'm saying to myself, because I started preparing programs, for them and so on.
Yes.
But since I didn't hear anything, it sort of get me a bit,
Don't worry about that. No, trust me. She'll get to you. I'm sure she'll be watching the program, so she will get to you. But if anything, I will give her a call.
Yes.
Because
yes.
I think this is very important, because there are people out there who need to be trained, young people.
Yeah.
And I think you need to pass on the legacy to them.
Oh yes, I am interested.
Yeah.
I'm interested. Yeah. Because as I said the last time, I do not want people you must be positive.
Correct.
You understand? Don't waste my time. Positive. Show me the interest that you're interested in this. Because I have already prepared a program for them, you understand? Because I want, when I finish with them, they can go on their own and do business.
Right.
As a matter of fact, I have a plan that I think that 4 of them can get together, 4 of them, and I will teach them that. One to run the business, right? And the other one on the floor, you see? Checking all kinds of things. And then the other one there's on the quality. Because your product must be consistent.
Yeah, quality control.
That's right. So they're watching that, and then maintain the whole thing of the business. You understand? And then I will be there monitoring them. I will not give up. I will not give up at all. If I see any little slackness in there, I'll put them straight. You understand? So I am anxious for that. Very anxious. When I see that it's been accomplished, you don't know how happy I will be in my life, or I will die with my eyes open and say, thank God. Yes, that's true.
Yes.
I mean that. I mean it.
In other words, you would have contributed to your country.
Oh, definitely. And then what you just said there a while ago is our people must change their way of thinking, because you should be eating what you grow, because it's healthier. These things we import in, you don't know how long they have it on the shelf. And the amount of preservatives that they use in these things is no good. It's no good. But you're having it local, fresh. It's better for you, better for your health. People must understand that. You understand? And then the import bill is gone. We don't need that sort of thing. St. Lucia is good enough when you have the terrain and everything that you can produce exactly what you want. Go to the supermarket, you're getting fresh stuff. You understand? So what we want the processing about is to use the excess so that you can always have it. Season or out of season, you have it there.
Correct.
You understand? So then you need to prepare it in such a way that it can last for, let us say, a little bit. You put it in your fridge, and that's it's better than this kind of thing with all the benzoic acid and all these sort of things like that. It's not good for the health. Not good at all. Any processed things from outside there, no. That's why people suffering a lot of diabetes and all this kind of, too much sugar, too much salt, and too much these kind of things. But if you have it here, done here, you won't have to use all these chemicals. No, not at all.
Wow.
And I would be happy to see. And then you see another thing again is that the people don't understand. Drugs cost a lot of money. A lot of money. Then government now have to get money to bring in all these drugs to do what? It's not a cure. There's no cure in drugs. Absolutely not. It's a quick fix.
It's preventative.
That's right. You understand? And then if they can change their mind. You see, I know already for long years they say anything local is inferior to outside. They must change that mindset. They must change that, so that St. Lucia will move forward. I can tell you that. Yes. And all these kind of sicknesses will wipe out.
Yeah, man, yeah.
By the grace of God, I'm certain of that. It will wipe out.
I agree with you.
Yeah, and I am definitely after that.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm definitely after that.
I want to thank you, Mr. Wicks, for being here. I'm very thankful for the conversation we have had today.
Yes.
And we will continue the conversation.
Yes, I am.
Once you're alive,
by the grace of God,
we will continue.
And I want to leave this little quote. People must know, nature will never deceive us. We are the ones ourselves that deceives ourselves.
Well said. Well said. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, of course, Mr. William Livingstone Weeks, 92 years old and still batting. And of course, he's still involved in his research work in agro-processing, getting to new ideas every day, but he's willing to help others. But don't forget our Mango Festival on the 24th of June at the Constitution Park in Castries. Starts at 10 o'clock and ends at 6 o'clock. Lots of goodies derived from mango on that day. Please be there. I'm Philip Sidney saying, eat fresh, St. Lucia's best.
That's right.
And goodbye.
Goodbye.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole en mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole en mouvement.